simplysimplestamping.com. I'm so glad you could stop by today because I have got the most awesome now or wow card. You know what? No, it's not even an now or wow. It's a wow or wow. I'm just going to say it. It also kind of falls into the flashcard category as well. And so I know it's one that you're really going to like. This card was kind of inspired by a dear Stampin' Up! Friend of mine, Dena Rekow. She created this really awesome card. I immediately went in my stamp room to create it, and mine came out totally different than hers, but she was a real inspiration for the card, and I wanted to show it to you. Little great Christmas card with a little bling rolling around. But let me show you the wow. Woohoo! Look at that bling. Is that great or what? Lots of great shimmer and shine. And you know what? It is really a simple card to make. I'm really excited to share with you, so let's get to stamping. All right, so to start off, we're going to talk some cardstock. I've got Island Indigo cardstock that I have cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So that's going to fit in one of Stampin' Up's medium-sized envelopes just right. I did say this is one of the flashcards, and my flashcard pieces are in Smoky Slate and Whisper White. Now, if you are not familiar with what a flashcard is, it's basically a really great little system that I designed where you can take 2 pieces of cardstock and use them in dozens and dozens and dozens of different ways. You can find the video on flashcards by doing a quick search on YouTube for Connie Stewart flashcards. It should be the very first video to pop up, and you'll learn how to use those 2 little pieces of paper in a lot of different ways, and of course learn how easy it is to cut the template. So let's go ahead and start with our Whisper White. I'm going to be using this stamp set Christmas Bliss. I've also got a real red ink pad. Now remember, when you're using the photopolymer stamps, it is important that we use the matte underneath to get a really nice crisp image. So I've got the Christmas Bliss. I have that inked up in real red ink. And we're just going to stamp it right down there at the bottom. And I'm now going to come in with the Star Confetti Punch. Now I want to show you, I'm going to try to zoom the camera in. Do you see these 2 little notches here? We're going to be using that notch to line up our cardstock as we punch. So I can see I've got it lined up right there on the edge. We're going to give that a punch. You're going to scroll the cardstock down. You've got some really great pictures of those stars on there, which is going to help you line it up just right, and that way you can punch that just how you need. We're going to clean up this mess so I don't accidentally hit it. So there's my Christmas Bliss, and I'm now going to take the Smoky Slate. Oh, you know what? No, we're going to doll this thing up first. I have got some Baker's Twine in white, so I'm just going to cut off a little piece here, and some of these fantastic All Is Calm snowflake embellishments. And what we're going to do is we're going to attach this to the front of our card. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through one of these stars and back up through another one. It just gives me an easy way to tie this onto the front of the card. Bring my tail back around here. We're just now going to tie this in a bow. Just pretty darn easy, guys. We're going to tie that in a bow, and that little snowflake will dangle just beautifully. All right, so when we've got that all tied up in a bow, we can just trim off the extra. And at this point, we're now just going to adhere this onto the Smoky Slate. Now, we don't want to get any adhesive in those the stars, so we're just going to kind of come underneath it. And if you want, you can try to kind of get into some little spots there. We're just going to attach that. And now we can get to work on the card base. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little embossing, and I have got the, oh my goodness, you guys, I just lost the name of what this embossing folder is. Ah, well, you know, you guys know me. I haven't had enough coffee, and so I don't remember these things. Forgive me. Okay, so one thing I wanted to show you with this embossing folder is it's a little short on this inside portion. So it just, the card literally is just going to drape right on there, and then all you have to do is just line it up from side to side to make sure you're good and even before you run that through your Big Shot. So when you're done, it's going to look like this. I'm now just going to take my focal image, super easy. I told you it's a fast one, and we like that. We're just going to attach that to the front of our card. Our first part of our now and wow is complete, so we've got our now. Let's work on our wow. Okay, so in advance, I went ahead and did the punching. You saw how I did that. But you notice I stamped in Smoky Slate the word Christmas Bliss. We're going to give this a little oomph here. I'm going to come back in with that Christmas Bliss. Of course, I will clean it after I've stamped it in gray, clean it. And I'm going to go right over this. This is what's fabulous about these photopolymer sets. I'm just going to go kind of right above and over a little bit to the left. And what that's going to do, it's going to give me a little shadow effect. Is that awesome or what? I know, we love it. Okay, we're going to now attach one of the snowflakes in the exact same way that we did before. All right, I've got that done, and I'm going to use some of our silver glimmer paper as my background for my card. But before I cut this out, I thought I'm going to use up some of this space down here because you can see this is not going to show. This part, I don't want to do any punching, but down here I actually have the ability to punch a little bit. I'm going to come in with the itty bitty Accents punch pack, and it's got some stars in it. I'm going to punch out 5 stars. I've pushed the punch in as far as it will go, and going all the way across, you can see I got 5 great stars. Now, I'm going to attach this, but here's the thing. Snail and glimmer paper, they don't like each other. They just don't get along. They have anger issues. And so we're going to be using Stampin' Dimensionals because glimmer seems to get along pretty well with Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to go 2 here at the bottom. I'm going to come in with 2 here right by these stars. I can't put the Stampin' Dimensionals up there or the glimmer won't show through. So my other trick is we call these outside edges of the Stampin' Dimensionals, we call them the Stampin' Dimensional bones. And so I have cut off a piece of that, you can see, just like that. And I'm going to take this and check it out. It's going to give me the dimension because I absolutely need that. But check it out, it's not going to touch those stars. It's not going to show through. So now I can peel off all of my backing and I can easily attach this now to my silver glimmer. You can see those stars. I'm totally hiding them. Can't even see them. Ha ha, it's so great. I love it. All right, we're now just going to attach this to the front of our card. All right, so my glimmery Christmas Bliss is done, but you know what? I thought I'd doll up the inside just a little bit. Let me share with you what I'd like to do. I've got a piece of Whisper White cardstock that's cut a little bit smaller than my card. In the Christmas Bliss stamp set, there's a really great sentiment that says, "May the sparkle of the stars and all the peace on earth be yours this Christmas." Very pretty, very soft. And now I can take those extra stars that I punched and we can just adhere these. I'm going to be using mini glue dots, but we can just kind of adhere these all around that sentiment. Now I have a place to sign my card. All right, you can see we're just going to add that to the inside of a card. Now we have really, really pretty. Let me go ahead and bring in my now and my wow. What do you think? Guys, there you go. It truly is a wow or a wow. Either way you go on this card, you are going to make the most amazing Christmas cards this year with this sample. So a huge shout out to Dena and for her inspiration and allowing me to share it with you. Thank you, Dena. I hope you guys enjoy that one. Remember, you can get all the supplies I used on my Now or Wow card. You can find that at simplysimplestamping.com. I'll have a complete supply list for you right there in the YouTube video, there in the description, and I'll also have it there at simplysimplestamping.com. All my measurements, it'll all be ready for you. Remember, to order, there's an online order button right there in the upper right-hand corner. Just click it, get what you need, use what you've already got, and get to creating some really fabulous cards this Christmas. Guys, thanks so much for being here. I'm so glad we could stamp together today, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.